if you've been wrestling these last 2 days with why you feel so intensely about Charlie Kirk being assassinated, and you find yourself like crying or just deeply burdened or sad about this incredible individual who, was incredible in so many ways, but at the end of the day, you probably didn't know him personally, but it kind of feels like you knew him personally. I just want to say that I think that's normal. I think that is normal. Somebody said it like this: the flesh didn't know, but the spirit did. And that resonates so deeply. He was the personification of America in so many ways. And I know as a father, I've found myself, I've cried probably half a dozen times or more. And I think that's because if you're a believer, there's a spiritual connection. And I think that if you're a human, there's a human connection. But there is a sense that we collectively lost this sort of American ideal of the freedom of speech and opinion. And when you couple that when you stack that on top of one of the most violent, traumatic videos anyone has seen probably since the death of John F. Kennedy, at least for a public figure. I'm sure there are much more violent videos I don't spend any amount of time really paying attention to, but this is a complex moment, and I want you to know that that's okay. I want you to know that it's okay to feel those things, and that you're not alone, and that this is a moment where Jesus is calling, and he's saying, cast all of your worries on me, you who are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And I think that opportunity is being presented to us this weekend. I know that Charlie was writing a book on something called the Sabbath, which is a biblical principle talked about in Genesis and all throughout the Old Testament and New Testament scripture about the day of rest. And I would really encourage you to take that day of rest. From Friday night to Saturday night, put the phones away, be with your family, process whatever it is that you feel like you process or need to process, and just take some time and rest, and know that you're not alone.